Good morning, good morning, good morning to all my good trade geniuses out there. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host, Trend Genius, and we are back in here on another Tuesday. Who we got in the building? Morbid Drifter, good morning. T. Pruitt, great morning. Oh, that's Morbid Drifter morning twice. Got it. He said at T. Pruitt, great morning. Yes, sir. Taylor Pruitt, good morning. Miss Eloise, good morning. Bodovan, good morning. Jay Royal, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? Um, yeah, y'all. How y'all doing? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know, let me know. How y'all feeling? God, I'm looking at my camera. My joint look there we go. Had to bring that down some. It was kind of bright in there, huh? There we go. There we go. Baby Ed, good morning. Stephen Brown, good morning. Mr. Cologne. Jay Boogie, good morning. Hella Bands, happy new day. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling this morning? Chrissy, good morning. Kaz, Grand Risings. How y'all feeling this morning? Let me know how y'all feeling. Cool. Yeah, y'all, my producer told me that I was looking everything was looking very white. Let me see if I can, there we go, get some saturation going around here. That might be a little bit better. There we go. Good morning, Mike. Thinking about TEF, but it's probably still too early. I still didn't even demo trade yet. That's all good. Kick Rocks, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. How y'all feeling? Like, how y'all feeling this morning? Y'all can one word me. How y'all feeling? Good. There we go. Trendy white. Yeah, I got the little trendy white today, Jay Royal. How's the microphone settings, y'all? Mic sounds pretty good. I changed a couple of settings on it yesterday. I had my coach and mentor told me that my mic was kind of low. So I went in there and redid some settings, and I think I may have have fixed it. I can see it. I can tell it's a little bit different. Twyla, good morning. Blessed on another trading day. Absolutely. How y'all feeling, y'all? Let me know. How y'all feeling? Good, relaxed, not good, didn't sleep well, slept well, ready to get some bread. Talk to me, y'all. How y'all feeling? Good morning, feeling positive. I like that. Jay Boogie said blessed. Good morning, Serena. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Well, let's go ahead on and jump into this news and just see what we got going on for today. And today is Tuesday. So I'm fighting to sleep, being heavily medicated without going into. Got you. I miss good setups because of my medical issues. Got you, brother. Well, I hope that works out for you, bro, for real, because I know all of that can be very tough. I hope that works out. Got FX replay on deck. It definitely is better than using TV. Man, telling you, Kick Rocks. That's what I've been saying. Like, it's way better than it's better than TradingView because of all of the metrics that you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. The metrics is the part that you really can't. That's where TradingView just doesn't compare. It just doesn't compare because of that. The only thing that TradingView has that you can say is equally the same would be the charts, right? Because FX Replay uses TradingView charts. Other than that, FX Replay smashes TradingView. How I'm feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, y'all. Feeling real good. Slept good. Went to bed. Been going to bed early. I'm gonna start my my physical therapy on Monday. I'm gonna start back exercising on Monday. Everything's going full blown back to normal on Monday. Of course, I'm gonna be limited on how much I can do from my legs because, I can't put a lot of pressure on my foot, but I'm definitely going to be PTing my feet, both of them at the same time. But I'm also going to get back into my push-ups, pull-ups, dips, body weight squats. That's all I'm gonna do right now. I can't do my plyo because I can't jump right now. I tried to do a couple of jumping jacks yesterday, but my foot was really feeling it. So I was like, okay, still not time. But other than that, I'm feeling good. Thanks for asking, Serena. Does FX replay, when in replay mode, show you how the candle builds up like it would in real time? Well, with FX replay, basically what you're doing is you're going back in time, Morbid Drifter, and then when you go back in time and you hit play from wherever you want, then it goes like real time. Absolutely. You gotta just jump on there, bro. You can get a free trial. Just jump on there and check it out. It's worth it. It's TradingView replay function doesn't even come close. Just jump on there and check it out. Guarantee you. It's a great tool. It's probably one of the best tools that we have. Seriously, outside of everything else, it probably is one of the best tools that we can add to our game. So I would definitely say, jump on that. So right now, where are we at? We are at 622. So right now we have Chicago PMI at 645. We have red folder at 7, which is Joe's Jobs opening, and then we have orange folder at 7 as well, which is CB consumer confidence. And then we have a bunch of FOMC speakers speaking. These are all people that really have no skin in the game as far as making, like, they can't say anything and the market go crazy. So it's yellow folder. So we don't really have to worry about them. Thank goodness. And then you know what, you guys? I was looking back on Friday and we don't have a bank holiday on Friday. I was tripping. That's Canada and Great Britain that got bank holidays. We rocking on Friday. So, like I told y'all, I'll be traveling, but we're still gonna have our live stream on Friday. I'm just gonna be shooting from inside of my hotel, and we gonna rock like that. But so going back to Tuesday, that's it. So we just need to be mindful of what's going on at 6:45. I'm not really worried about this yellow folder news at 6:45, but definitely Joe's Jobs openings and it's consumer confidence because it's red. Well, just because it's red, but we got red and orange folder at the same time. But even still, even if there was no orange folder there, we still want to be mindful at 7 o'clock. So have 20% off FX replay if anyone interested. There y'all go. T Pruitt. He got 20% off for y'all. Good looking, T Pruitt. Appreciate you, bro. Good looking. All right, so let's jump on the charts. We got about 7 minutes to the open. We already went over news. So let's see here. So overnight, I'm on the 5 minute. Let's see the 5 minute. So market opened here last night. Went a little bit bearish, and 5 o'clock is here. So Asia opened here, continued on bearish, made a low, and then it's actually been bullish pretty much ever since. Couple of pullbacks. Let's see here. 11 o'clock. This is where London came in. And London seems like it's just been doing a continuation of what Asia was doing. Let's see here, 11 to 2. So London did not, between y'all know our time frames, 5 to 9 and 11 to 2. So between 5 and 9, Asia, 5 and 9. All right, that's Asia's low, and this would be Asia's high. And then we go from 11 to 2. Here's 11, 11 to 2. And between that time, London did not take out Asia's lows or Asia's high. So we do have some news today. So I'm expecting, we do have news, but with our overnight bias, I'm expecting a little bit of choppiness, but with news, it could possibly, how NQ loves to take liquidity. So I'll possibly be looking for, it's going to be hard. I just want to kind of see what's going on when the market open. But whatever setup we get, we have daily levels equally on both sides. Sales might make more sense only because we have a lot of liquidity down here. We don't have very much liquidity up here. You know what I'm saying? Most of our liquidity is on the sell side. So it possibly would be sales today, but whatever setup I get, I'm gonna take it. So we'll just kind of go from there. All right, who else we got? Oh, without prejudice, let's get it. Who we got? Flora Ara. Hopefully I said that right. If I don't, hopefully I didn't butcher your name. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for popping in. Everybody that's new to the stream, please go ahead and subscribe so we can, push the channel out. And let me get them free likes out of y'all, please. That's all I ask. Let me get free likes. Let me get a subscription. And guess what? I'll take care of the rest. But yeah, man. Market has been really, really crazy, y'all. Like, I know we got the war going on and all of that stuff, but it's just been really, really crazy as far as not really having too many setups like we normally do. So it is what it is. We just got to deal with the terrain, right? I got 8 likes. I know we got, there we go. I was going to say, I know we got more people than that. D Young, good morning. Yes, you did. New here. Okay, Flora Ara. Got it. Absolutely. Well, welcome. Impress, good morning. Good morning, my island gal. Sneha, good morning. Sigma, what's happening? Glad y'all popped in, man. I appreciate y'all. We went over news. Only thing going on today, y'all, as far as news is we got 7 a.m. we got a red folder and an orange folder. And for those that don't have this, y'all lock in and y'all go to forexfactory.com. Don't put calendars. Go to forexfactory.com. Go ahead and open up an account. This is a tool that you need to keep, and just go ahead and just bookmark it. And so this way you can keep up on news as far as everything that's going on every day. Yeah, daily bias it should be choppy. Yep. But the thing about that is, so going back to that, y'all, whoever don't have forexfactory.com, go ahead and knock it out and grab it. Boom. All right. I just wanted to make sure I said that. Sports Life, what's good? Trend, can you do a video on fair value gaps? In what regard? Because all fair value gaps they're just areas where orders are sitting. But let me know exactly, like, give me your thoughts on it. I'm not saying no or anything like that, or even questioning what you're asking me. I just want to get your thoughts on it just to see if that, if that would make sense. Because this is basically just area where orders are sitting, and it's also areas where price likes to come back into. Antonio, good morning. That's pretty much all fair value gaps are. Nothing really too major about them. Like, if you were to Google them, if you were to Google like what fair value gaps, it just gives you a definition. I like to use, the reason why I use them in my strategy is because characteristics of NQ likes to come back into the fair value gaps and, grab those orders and continue on. We had an FVG set up yesterday, but it didn't play out. Okay. Yes. I'll explain that. I'll definitely go over that. You're talking about the trade that we were going to take yesterday, and we didn't take it because it never came back to pick us up. For sure, we'll go over that. If that's Sports Life, let me know. Let me know exactly. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you speaking on the same thing that what Sigma was saying? Because we had a fair value, we had a trade set up yesterday and it didn't work out. Did you want me to explain that? Like, explain to me exactly what you mean, my guy. But yeah, I got you. Just let me know how they work as far as buys or sells. Okay, cool. I can go over that. It's really not enough information to make a video, but we'll go over it today. That's no big deal. We'll go over it today. We'll run through a definition, and then I'll show you how I use them in my strategies, and we'll pretty much go from there. All right, market just open. We got some nice. Oh, let me get to the 1 minute. I went on the 5. All right, there we go. So market just opened. We had a crazy spike right there, as y'all can see. Crazy little volume spike. So let's see. We do have news at 7. So let's see what's going on. What y'all looking at? Anything y'all looking at? Morbid Drifter, you on your HSS this morning? Let me know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm thinking price might be a little choppy before news. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Well, we definitely got to set up. We definitely got to set up to the. Yeah, the funny thing is, when we're in the middle like this, yeah, it's man, because we can get a setup on both sides. That's the funny thing. And no, it's gonna be interesting. That's all I can say. It's gonna be an interesting day. It's gonna be an interesting day. It's gonna be an interesting day. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I mean, we've been so bearish, like just lately we've been so bearish that it's and then also too, like we're way below the 8% line. Like we're way below. We're in the 23,000s, y'all. This is unreal. I think the last time we were in the 23,000s, it was 2024. I don't know if we were in the 23,000s last year. I have to go back and check. But I don't know. We got the what's the name set up. We got a DS buy set up. So let's see what we get. I'm gonna go ahead on and set my limit order. Oh, what's going on? Why is my limit order rejected? Oh, I got the wrong contract on here. That's why. Should be there. That one. There we go. Oh, I might have missed my entry. Messing with that. Yep, I think I may have missed my entry, y'all. There we go. Let's see what we get. All right. So entry is set. Going for longs. Let's see if we can get tapped in. And we'll see what we get. That's what I was saying. See, the thing is we can get a setup on both sides. That's the funny thing. That was the funny thing about today, because if you look, like we had a daily there, we have a daily here. It's like almost priced like equally between both of them. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see. We'll see. This will be, if we taps me in, this will be my, all right, I'm tapped in. This will go ahead. This will be my stop loss right here. Sell stop. Stop loss is in. I'll probably target. This one, I know what I'll do. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do a sell limit, but I think I'm going to take partials. So I think what I'm going to do is let's do this. Let's go 3. Actually, we're going to go 2. And then right here, we're going to go 2. And then I'll leave a runner. So I go 2, 2, and then I'll leave a runner, possibly to take this daily out. So let's see what we got. See what we got. See what we got. All right, so we got 2 out. We still got 3 contracts in. Confirm. Let me move this up, and let's see what we get. You know what, y'all? I've been really, really big on taking base hits because the market has been so crazy that I think I'm going to, let's see here. I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm gonna take my 378 and 10 accounts. That's it. I'm not gonna be greedy. I would love to hold up there, but I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because the market has been so volatile. Remember, we were talking about this, right? We got to change with the terrain. And remember, even Serena and I were talking about taking partials, right? Taking base hits, right? So I think today is a base hit. I don't care if that thing goes up there and does whatever it wants to do. I'm good with that. But I think, like, I'm cool with 379.50 in 10 accounts. 11 accounts. I'm cool with that. So I'll take my base hit and keep it pushing. What we got in the chat? Okay, got you. Yep, just waiting for a setup, but I've been up for about an hour and missed a good one, like about 10 minutes, getting on late, LOL, but other than that, still waiting. Can you set limits on both sides? No, I mean, I could set limits on both sides, but I don't like to trade like that. But I can, you can do that. Absolutely. QDL, you can definitely do that. Okay, what's up, Steven? Man, TF trading view limit orders do not place the trade where I am setting it. I made 1K, but it makes it so much more riskier. It's very frustrating. You mean the slippage? Are you speaking of the slippage, Steven? Meaning like you're putting, hypothetically speaking, you're putting your order, let me use just a line. Like hypothetically speaking, you're putting your order here, right? And then when price taps it, it's not getting you in at that, like it's not getting you in at 23.4725, it's getting you in like below or above. Is that what you mean? Are you dealing with slippage? That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. But let me know. I want to be for sure exactly what you're stating. Maybe 1K, but it makes it so much more riskier. Yeah, we do deal with a lot of let me get this off because it don't belong there. We do deal with a lot of slippage. But yeah, Serena, you in buys? Yeah, I took my little base hit on my little. I have two new evals, 46 and 47. As y'all can see, I have a bunch of accounts here, but 46 and 47 are my evals, but I'm copy trading all of these. You can't see it because it's behind my picture, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 My Funded Future accounts here that I'm logged into, but I'm also copying 5 Take Profit Trader with that as well. So, all right, what we got? Market. Oh, you're market ordering in. Possible buy, sell. Possible buy, sell shorts. Possible and buys. Shorts. Yeah, you know what? That's why I said it can go either way. I took my little base hit. I'm good with my little base hit, but you are in buys. Got in late. Gotcha. Yeah, I basically just took my base hit to this unmitigated level. Like I was telling I was telling my right hand man that it's been so volatile that taking partials right now, and I was even talking about it with you guys, not partials, but I'm saying taking a base hit is really like where it needs to be. If the market wasn't so volatile, I would love to hold here if I was in buys up to this daily level, or I would love to hold down here, but nah. I went for the buy and got stopped out, one and done. Got all day today, gonna just chill and wait for better structure today. Absolutely. The funny thing is, the daily strat is still in play. So because the daily is not invalidated until it hits one of these pink levels, one of these pink lines, which is one of the daily levels. So it's still in play. We could still have a setup to the sell side. So even though I took the low buy basically up to this unmitigated level, I mean, we still could have a sell side. But I'm done. I'm done on that. I'm gonna go ahead on and just log out of my accounts now. So boom. Like I said, 380, 379. Well, it's between 379 and 385. You guys know when you copy trade, all of your accounts are never really the same price. They're always pretty close. There was like, could be $3 to $4 away, maybe at the most $5 sometimes, depending. It's usually the lead account. That's the one that's the least amount, and the last account that you have in your copy trader is usually the one that may have the most amount of money. It may have might be the one that might be over the most, only because when we close out of our trade, remember, it has to go through each one of those accounts. So it's not like when we close out on one that all of them are closed immediately. Price is still moving, and those orders are actually closing out simultaneously one by one by one by one by one. So they're never always going to all be the same price, but they all will be close. Like I say, with $3 to $4 away from each other. But yeah, so I took my little base hit. I'm cool with that. I'm a rock with that, and that's it. That's that. So, so yeah. Let me see who else. Out base hit. There you go. Very, very smart. Loans don't look bad. That 9 EMA is supporting. Got you. Yeah, I don't have. Where's my VWAP? Where's my VWAP? Where is VWAP? Oh, VWAP's way down here. Got it. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Took that base hit, Serena. Smart. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Like I'm taking base hits. Before I would hold up here or hold down here and just hold it, or maybe take partials and then let a runner run. But I'm out with base hits. Y'all saw I set it up to where I was going to trim 2 contracts. I was going to trim 2 more and then let it go. But I have to keep reminding myself that we're not in the same kind of market that we were before. We have a war going on. We have a lot of things going on. We're dealing with gas and oil and just a bunch of stuff going on. So that's why the market has been so crazy. The terrain has changed. And I always have to keep reminding myself, because I'm such a creature of habit of just wanting to hold and, you know what I'm saying, hold and, you know, run my strategy, right? Because I've been rocking, this is the only strategy I've been rocking, so I know my strategy very well. So I want to hold, but I have to remind myself, like, no, take your base hit and keep it pushing. If it does what it does, cool, great, no big deal. But I'm good where I'm at. What we got? Empress said 250 on 20 accounts. I have to run. Breakfast with my granny. Aw, have a blessed day. That's what's up. That's what's up. Good job too. Good job. 250 on 20 accounts. That's what I'm talking about. See? Come on, man. What's that? 250 times 20 accounts. What y'all do the math on that, y'all? 5 bands. When you got a lot of accounts, you don't need to make a lot of money. That's the whole point. You don't need to have huge amounts. You can get out there with 200-300 and call it a day. Like 10 accounts. Like right now, I'm sitting at 11 accounts, so I'm like 38. I'm like 43. I'm like 4,200. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. And price is very indecisive right now. It's crazy. Y'all saw when we opened, we had this crazy spike right here, right? On this candle. It just went up, came back down, went up, and then, you know, now it looks like it's starting to kind of level off and give us some structure now. Did it take you forever to pass Apex and build a buffer? Let me say this. When I started trading Apex, Qdale, I was trading 20 accounts at a time. I bought 20 accounts. Like, I didn't buy one. I was like, if I'm going to copy trade and I can pass one account, I can pass 20. So that was my ideology. I'm not going to just trade one account. Ain't no money in that. Now, I knew I was new. I was new, but I didn't care. I was like, I'm going to do this. I was determined. So they had a sale, 90% off. So I was getting my 25K accounts for like $16 and like 37 cents or something like that. So I got 20 of them. So it only cost me like $320, $330, somewhere around there. And let's see here. I blew those. Remember, when I'm blowing one, I'm blowing 20. So I blew probably those 20 accounts maybe 6 times before I passed. Yeah, so I was up to about 120 accounts before I passed my first eval. And then when I passed my first 20 evals, 90% off on, 90% off is right now. This is the time to do it. If you want to level up on your accounts, this is the time. When they have the 90% off, this is the time. Just be mindful that you got to pay the activation fee. The activation fee was not fun. The activation fee for my 20 accounts when I passed ran me, what was it? It was, because there was no deal on activation fee, and it was 100. Was it 100? No, it was 150. I paid 3 bands for my activation fee, and I blew my account 6 times, but that was 20 each time, so that was 120 accounts. I passed them, pay my activation fee, blew those before I could even get a payout, bought 20 more, passed them again, blew those, literally, did the same thing again, bought 20, passed them, blew those, literally, I blew 60 PAs back to back, 20, then 20, then 20. I was already down, let's see here, I paid $3,000 for my activation fees on the first 20. On the second 20, I got a deal for $85 on activation fee because it's whatever deal that was going on at the moment. So I saved, I think, $1,300. So it was like $1,700. And then, no, excuse me, I saved not $1,300, 85, 10, 850, another 850. I saved $300. Yeah, I saved $300. And then I blew them again. I had the $85 deal, got the activation, got paid for my activation fee. And then on the fourth set of PAs is when I started to it started to happen. Like I got to a payout. I took $250. I took the minimum, I believe it was $250. I took $250 out of 20 accounts. That was $5,000. I was like, wow, I felt so liberated. And then I think I got another payout, and then I blew them. And then I just kept doing the same thing. It took me time though, you know what I'm saying? But I was determined. I was blessed enough. I had some, I had some bread that I had put to the side for this. I was already prepared. And that's all I did. I didn't trade any other prop firm. It was only just Apex. As much as people didn't like Apex because of all the rules, I can tell you that it made me a more disciplined trader with the consistency rule and all of that stuff going on. All I would do when I got my PAs, I would just make like between 180 to 230 a day. That's all I was doing. Running the same strategy that you see me running. Like 200 a day, like at the most 230, at the least 180. That's all I was doing. And that kept me under the consistency rule and allowed me to get to my payouts. And that's pretty much what I did. I know the rules have changed now. The rules are a lot different, but I was under the old set of rules. So I really had to lock in. And because I was new, I didn't have this thing in my head like, I didn't have this thing in my head like, oh, I don't like Apex because of the rules and all of that. I was too new to even understand all of that. I didn't know about Take Profit Trader. I didn't know about Top Step at this time. I didn't know about, My Funded Future. I didn't know about any of those at that particular moment. But, so I never got a mental bias like, people like, I don't like Apex, their rules and this and that. Like I never got to that. My coach and mentor put me on it and I just ran with it. I didn't even think twice. If he said do this, that's what I did. And I can honestly tell you, it did make me a more disciplined trader because you have to be very, very disciplined to trade Apex with the old rules. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I kept going and that's pretty much how I did it. And at some point I became profitable. It took me about 11 to 13 months to become profitable. And there it is. That's pretty much how I rocked it. Karate 357, grand risings to you, my brother. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I did. How do I link a copy trader? You have to get a copy trader, and then what you'll do is you'll sign. Basically, the way it works is you'll sign into your copy trader with with your account credentials for each one of your accounts. So, like if you have a My Funded Futures account, you'll sign in. You'll sign in with that. So in your copy trader, you're signing with your My Funded Futures account, and you see all your My Funded Futures accounts there. Then what you'll do is you'll also sign in with your Take Profit credentials, like whatever prop firm you have, you'll sign into those credentials. Everyone but TEF. TEF doesn't work that way. So you can't do it with TEF because remember, TEF trades from their own dashboard. On the last integration, you'll be able to do that, but not right now. So, excuse me. So you'll sign into your copy trader with each one of your prop firm's credentials, and then those accounts will pop up in your copy trader. Then once they're in your copy trader, then you can choose which ones you want to trade. You pick a leader account, and then you choose whichever one you want to trade. I say by next week, I should be able to have my PC integrated into this software because the software that I use is for Mac. So there is a way to do it, and I've been working on figuring it out. So when I do that, then I'll be able to show you guys like my copy trader and stuff like that, and then you can see that where it can make some sense. But I'm also going to do a video on that probably in the next couple of weeks on on how to use this particular copy trader, basically like how to set your accounts up. It's very, very seamless. It may seem like a lot. It's super easy. Like literally it's super easy. Once you do it one time, I'm telling you, you'll be a pro. It's just knowing where to go. It's not hard. It's just knowing where to go. And that's why I'm going to make the video. But yeah, as far as blowing accounts, y'all don't trip on blowing no accounts. I'm telling you, I was up to 280 on blowing accounts, like 280 accounts. Mind you, I'm blowing 20 at a time, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm blowing 20 at a time. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind for my story, because I'm blowing 20 at a time, but it can be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about how many accounts you're blowing. Just stay focused on the goal. And that's what I did. Because think about it, if I start worrying about how many accounts I was blowing and how much money I was spending, that's going to start playing with my psyche. So yeah, y'all know the story I told y'all. I used my business credit card. That's how I was just buying them. I didn't even trip. I was like, I'll get there. And I was just paying my minimums. And then when I became profitable, I paid my credit cards off. But I did go down in the hole about almost 30 bands. Yeah, before I got profitable. Because even when I got my first payout, I was still in the hole on I paid activation fees 3 times before I got to a payout. So that was what, about $6 grand right there, not counting all the evals that I was buying. I think I bought my first six set of 20 evals. When you add all of that, I'm almost right up there, right at about 10 bands. You know what I mean? And then I had a little slump, and I finally bounced back. You know what I mean? And then I just stayed consistent. I didn't get in my head. I stayed consistent. So I'm telling you, if you're blowing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts, I'm telling y'all, that ain't nothing. And I'm not like downplaying your situation. I'm saying I blew a ton of accounts, and I didn't let it bother me. So whatever amount of accounts that you guys have blown so far, don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about that. Just stay focused on the process. What I would say is make sure you have a budget. So this way you can keep up on what's going on. I knew that I had about 60 grand in business credit. I had 2 credit cards. I had one that was 25 and one that was like 32. So I had right around close about 60. And I told myself, I don't think it's going to take me that long to get it, but I was determined. I had a bunch of time. Y'all know the story. I was pretty much here. I didn't have a job. I had quit my job. So I was able to just lock in every day. But yeah, so this long actually went really, really nice. That's what's up. I mean, I'm still happy with taking my partials. I'm not really tripping on any of that. I just wanted to play it safe, get my bread for the day, take what the market give me, and then be done. But yeah, so let's go on. Let's jump into question of the day. Let's get this muscle memory going up here. So question of the day today is price moving with intention or just reacting to volatility? Is price moving with intention or just reacting to volatility? So let's talk about that. And today is actually a good day because price is, what do you say, Stephen? So glad I heard your story. I blew 5 accounts already, but now I'm doing a lot better and understanding the charts more. Literally listening to you every day is helping me. I'm starting next week with $3,000 live account. Will be my first time trading real money, feeling confident and disciplined. That's what's up. I would say Soaking Insider, my guy, go ahead and trade micros, bro. Go slow. Go slow. Like trade like 2 micros. Go slow. Don't go crazy. Because I'm telling you, that $3,000 will be gone very quickly, bro. Just go slow. Trade micros, 2 micros, 1 micro. I would say like maybe your first few trades, just go 1 micro, just to get a feel of how it feels with live money. Check your emotions, see how you're feeling, and just kind of just go from there. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. But that's what's up, man. That's dope. That's a good. I think $3 grand is a good starting point. If you have $3 grand to put in a live account, it's a good starting point. And trading on micros, trading like 1 to 2 micros, you'll be safe. Yeah, you'll be safe, bro. You'll be good. Because then you can manage with like 1, 2 micros, bro. You're cool. Think about it. Your tick value on 2 micros is $1. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, Mr. Hernandez? What's up, brother? Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Have a blessed one too, bro. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. Yeah. So just remember, Silk Insider oh, so you're doing $50 max per trade. That's cool. Well, then trade one micro. You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to do that. Yep. You'll be able to do that. That'll be very, very doable. And then you can make that work. That $3,000, you can make that $3,000 work. Literally, you can definitely do it with that. But yeah. So going back to our question of the day, is price moving with intentions or just reacting to volatility? So let's talk about that. I'm gonna jump to the charts because we can use the charts as a good example. It's funny how these questions of the day been lining up with what's going on. So we'll just go with today. Is price moving with intention or volatility? Well, one thing we know, there's no volatility, right? So we would have to say here price is moving with intention. So intentional moves are what? Clean displacement, follow through, structure continuation, and that's what we're having right here, right? We got structure right here, market structure shift right here, and price is actually continuing on, and it's moving with structure. It's making higher highs and higher lows. That's what it's doing. So we know there's no volatility spikes because what? Volatility spikes would be like what? Crazy wicks, no continuation, candles, just you got one crazy candle, one volatile candle going bullish, one volatile candle going bearish, bunch of wicks, and it's not showing any direction. So we can say for today, price is moving with intention, not with, it's moving with intention. It's just not reacting to volatility. So that's a good thing. We do have news in 3 minutes. So if you're in a trade, I would recommend maybe you might want to exit right now. Cuz, what's up, hon? Thanks for stopping in. Good morning. Yeah. So news in 3 minutes. That was the other reason why I really kind of wanted to get in and get out. Price hasn't hit this daily level yet. So the daily setup is still valid, but it's definitely on its way. We got 2 minutes before news happens. I'm assuming there's going to be some type of volatility spike because of news. So we'll see. But for right now, we know price is moving with intentions, not with volatility. So think about this. Every move doesn't deserve our money, right? And let me explain to you what I mean by that. Every move doesn't deserve us to jump in and take an entry. What I mean by move, every price move. That's why it's good for us. It's advantageous for us to identify if price is moving with intention or if it's moving with volatility. That's one thing that we want to make sure of. And we can honestly say, like I said earlier, price is definitely moving with intention, and that's cool. So, if you were going to get in along, or you were going to take entry on this price action, this is a good, how would I say, a good probability of, your strategy, hitting whatever that is, if you're in the long. Because as we can see, price is definitely moving with intention. Now, if it was volatile, then of course what we want to do, sit on our hands, stay out. We don't want to mess with that because it's too volatile. There's no clear direction. And that's what volatility gives us. It gives us the opportunity to identify that there's no direction. And excuse me, y'all, I got these Invisaligns in, so I'm trying to talk. I got my Invisaligns put in yesterday, so I'm noticing it's like I'm trying to talk, and it's almost like it's getting in the way of my the Invisaligns are getting in the way of my tongue. But nevertheless, I was just saying, if y'all hear me doing that, excuse me. That's what it is. But yeah, so we always want to make sure that. All right, we got 2 seconds, 1 second. Let's see. All right, so hit the daily level. So boom, that trade, the daily now is invalid. I'm sure the ones that held up to the daily level, they made some nice bread. I took my base hit and I was happy with that. So let's see what this candle does, considering that we got news. We got red folder and orange folder right now. I don't really, let me see. What's the volume on this candle? It's not too much high volume. We'll see. We'll see. News kind of womp womp. We'll give it a minute. Sometimes the volume will kick from news. Sometimes the volume will kick in like maybe on the second minute on that second candle, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we got. We will see what we got. Well, that's 1 minute right there. So here's the 2-minute candle starting now after news. Excuse me. Yeah. It's the 1 minute candle, but 2 minutes of candles after news, 7 o'clock and then 7:01. So not really too much volume. News at this point was kind of womp womp. Let me check this again. Joe's jobs opening. Let me hit this. So the actual was forecast previous. So previous was 6.5. The forecast was 6.7. The actual was 6.95. This was on the 13th, which was, what was that, a week ago? Let me see here. No, not a week ago, about a little over 2 weeks ago, actually. Yeah, a little over, because it says 31st. That was actually 18 days ago. So, interesting. So what do we get for today? So actual today was 688 for today. So did it make its forecast? Yeah, it did better than the forecast. Forecasted that was going to be 6.76, and it hit 6.8. So, consumer finance, actual is 91.8. The forecast was 87.8. I mean, that's really neither here nor there. I just kind of look at that just to kind of see what's going on here. But as you can see, news is really lackluster because we really didn't get any volume. So, but yeah. So let's jump back to the question of the day, talk about that. So you guys, you know what? Let me turn my head around. My whole face was dark. There we go. All right, so brighten this up a little bit. There we go. All right, cool. So remember, volatility moves when we start seeing wicks, when we start seeing no continuation, emotional spikes, meaning like, prices just all over the place. That's when we do what? We make sure that we don't mess with that. We stay away from that because we understand that prices reacting to volatility, not moving with intentions. When prices is moving with intentions, that's a good time to go ahead and take an entry. So just keep that in mind. Remember, NQ doesn't deserve, how would I say, every move doesn't deserve our money, right? Every price move doesn't deserve our money. Just keep that in mind. Keep that concept like, this price action doesn't deserve my money. It's not good price action. You know what I'm saying? It's not moving with intention. It's moving with volatility. I'm going to stay out of that because we already know volatility is going to do what? Bunch of bouncing around. So we just want to make sure that we're mindful of that and that we stay away from that. That's pretty much all. What we got? Does the news last for a certain amount of time? Yes, the news, it's always like a couple minutes. Sometimes it can happen like we'll have news at 7. Sometimes that spike can come in like a minute before. And then I would say roughly after about 3 minutes, because you can kind of tell by the candles. Let's jump back over there. You can tell by the candles. You can see this right here that news was really womp womp. Because if news was major, this candle right here would have gave us some good volume. And then if you look up here, like just look up here. Now when you run your crosshair over that candle, it gives you the volume. So the 7 o'clock candle, we had 6.65. Look at that. Look at the volume on the next candle, like half. Then look at the volume on the next candle, it's around the same. Then the volume on the next candle, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like the volume is really, really low. So that's another way you can gauge it as well. So I would say for this news event, nothing went on. And then you can just kind of tell by the candles because you can look at the candles and kind of figure out, if news is still pressing on, if that volume is still there. So I would say a couple minutes after, like if news came out at 7, I say if you don't see no volume around 7:02, 7:03, you're not going to have a crazy spike out of nowhere. Now, could it happen? It could. from what I've seen that happen like, honestly, that I can remember like 2 to 3 times where we had news and it was nothing. And then like the 4th, 5th minute later, it was like crazy volume spikes. I don't know why that happened like that. It just happened. Does that happen all the time? No. Like I said, I can remember like 2 to 3 different times where that did happen. But most of the time, to answer your question, after about 3 minutes, that 3rd minute candle, like it's pretty much, news is pretty much over at that point. Now, if someone is talking, like if we have news and it's Trump speaking, or if it's Jerome Powell speaking, FOMC chairman, then as long as they're speaking, anything could happen. So just be mindful. That's the difference when they're speaking versus when we have like news reports coming out. When we have news reports coming out, I say that 3 minutes after news comes out. And then also looking at the candles, you can tell if the volume is starting to decrease and you're like, okay, this news is pretty much over. But like, as I stated, if someone is speaking, the whole time they're speaking, it could be volatile at any moment. So that's why we never ever want to be in trades when Jerome Powell is speaking or when Trump is speaking. Period. Just don't be in no trade. Now you can demo trade if you want to demo trade and play on your demo account just to see what kind of crazy volatile spikes you get. You can do that, but don't be in a live trade. Protect your accounts. You know what I mean? Be smart. 1 second, y'all. Let me plug in my laptop. All right, cool. What we got in here? Yeah, it almost had to, actually it almost had to probably when you stated it, but it did tap it. And say, no, does the news last? Okay, got you. I don't know how much about patterns. However, on a 1 hour time frame, I see an inverted head and shoulders. Can that be a sign that the market will continue buying? I'm gonna answer that question. Last week on the call, you told us to check out your training on how to reach our profit target daily. Where can I find it? Is that on YouTube or Discord? It'll be on YouTube. Oh, you mean on how to that's Elena. I think that was to find your daily levels. I believe that's what you're speaking of. Let me see. Let me just reread again. Your training on how to reach our profit target. Yeah. So to find your daily levels, that's going to be, let's go there right now. Here. All right. So that's going to be videos. I got a daily bias one, and I have how to set up your daily levels. I believe this is the one you're speaking of. I'll put it in the chat for you right now. There you go, Elena. Yeah, so no matter what I have on Discord, it'll also be here. Any one of my videos that I have somewhere, well, it's always a link gonna take your link back to YouTube. So even if it's on Discord, it's still gonna be on YouTube. So you can always go to YouTube and just find everything real easy. Videos, shorts, live. You know what I mean? That's how you pretty much find anything in the home screen. And there it is. And I have everything organized. My right-hand man organized everything for me. But yeah, so there you go, Elena. I believe that's the one you're speaking of. If it's not, let me know. I don't know how, okay, let's see here. You said on a 1 hour time frame. Let me check that out. 1 hour time frame. You said an inverted head and shoulders on the 1 hour time frame. Are you speaking about this right here? Head, shoulder, shoulder. The thing is, I don't trade candlestick patterns. So I wouldn't want to answer that, Flora Ara, only because I don't want to give you the wrong information. I do not trade candlestick patterns at all. I trade strategies, and I only trade NQ. Now, I know there are a lot of people that do. What I would recommend is, do you have let me just give it to you. Flora Ara. So let's see. Let me go to one of my descriptions. Let's go here. Let me go here. Actually, let's go here. And let me go to go in here. And I'm gonna shoot this to you. It's a free book. The Candlestick Bible. Flora Artist is for, well, it's for anyone, but Flora Artist is definitely for you as well. So there you are. There's a link. It's a free book. It's the Candlestick Bible. And basically, it's the name depicts what it is. It's the Candlestick Bible. So I would say get on that, read that, and that'll definitely give you some understanding on different candlestick patterns and stuff like that. But yeah, I do not trade candlestick patterns at all. I trade strategies. So, but I see what you're saying though. I think you were saying this is the, you're welcome, no problem, anytime. I think you're saying head, shoulder, shoulder. Yeah, see, I don't know because I don't trade candlestick patterns. And I don't even factor them into like a confluence or anything like that. Because of the strategies that I trade, my confluences are totally different than that. But that still was a great question. All right, so let's jump back over here and just kind of run back through this question of the day. So as we stated, we want to make sure that we are entering trades that has intentional moves, right? Not volatility spikes or anything like that. So remember, we always want price to be moving with intention and just not reacting to volatility. If you see that as volatility and not intention, then what do? You sit on your hands, you wait, you be patient. Don't jump in that. You get chopped up in that. That's how you blow accounts. And that's how, it's just not a good decision for a trade entry. And remember, we are professional decision makers. So that's when we have to start gauging these things and be like, you know what? I'm looking at price. I don't see no intention here. I see a bunch of volatility, a bunch of no direction, stuff like that. Just stay away. Stay away, stay away, stay away. All right, let's see here. Anybody got any questions about anything? Anybody got any questions? If you do, let me know. Y'all got any questions? Let me know. We only like about an hour in, so we got time. Anybody got any questions? Please shoot it to me in the chat. All right, so let's talk about tip of the day. We'll run through this. Tip of the day. Best entries Best entries usually come after the move, not during it. Best entries usually come after the move, not doing it. So this tip of the day is designed to understand patience, right? Because patience improves our entries, right? Kind of going back to our question of the day, right? What did we say? Is price moving with intention or just reacting to volatility? That takes patience to understand what's going on, right? Patience to sit there to determine intention or is this volatility, right? So our best entries come after the move, not during it, right? So we need to be patient. We need to be patient and we need to wait. We need to wait for that move to happen. Let the move happen first. And then you enter on your strategy, and that's going to give you a better R&R with less stress. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to be patient and wait for your setup, as the way you saw I did. I waited for the setup. I didn't move before that time. See, my strategy is a lot different to where there are certain things that have to happen within my strategy before I can enter. So for me, it makes it better. It makes me have to exercise patience because I have to wait for those steps to happen. And then I'm able to enter my trade after that. So I don't know what everyone's strategy is, but within your strategy, there should be some steps, meaning this has to happen, that has to happen, and then you enter. It could be 2 steps, 3 steps, maybe it could be 4 steps. One of the strategies that I trade, it's 4 steps that have to happen before I can enter. The one I traded this morning, it's 2 steps that have to happen. So if step 1 happens and step 2 doesn't happen, then what do I have to do? I have to sit there and just wait. That's just the patience that we have to exercise. So that's why our best entries usually come after the move, not during it. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, for me and my strategies, when oh, you're welcome, Sneha. I'm gonna read that out. No question, but want to shout out a big thanks to you. Whatever doubts I had for DS got cleared because of you. Question and tip of the day is so much helpful for me and applies to me daily. Absolutely. If this happens, then I do this. Absolutely, Serena. If it's like you're waiting on certain things, right? So if you remember, Yesterday, I didn't take the trade because price never came back and tapped me into my limit order. Could I have market ordered that trade? Yes, but I am not a market order trader. I like to limit order trade only because I want to get the best price entry, the best fill on my order, and that also makes me exercise discipline, because when you market order trade, you got to hit the button to get in. I feel that can be emotional sometimes. So I don't like to market order. I like to limit order. Wait for my steps to happen, place my limit order, price taps me in, set up my stop loss, set my take profit. That's pretty much the order of how I do things. So, and Sneer, you're welcome. And my bad, I didn't even say you're welcome. You're welcome. That's what this is designed to do. This is designed to help get our mental clarity going and keep everything clear in front of us, because it's a lot going on. I always say that's a lot going on in trading. It's a lot going on. So many things that we have to factor in. So many different emotions that we have to make, go away. So many different, how would I say, personality traits that we have to accept, right? Discipline and understanding risk management and all of those things. So it's a lot. So that's why I always felt like the question of the day and tip of the day, it helps us tap into different things. It makes us think. That's all I'm trying to do, is just make us think. So I am so glad that that's helping you and anyone else as well. Your strategy is a lot like a one and done type strategy too. Yeah, it is. It is. That's exactly what it is. That's another reason why I like to trade strategies, is because strategy trades to me, it's like, just like Serena said, if this happens, then I do this. And it's just that simple. So if I go to get in a trade like yesterday, good example, I set my limit order. Price never came back to tap me in. And guess what? Price went all the way down to the daily. On my strategy, once price touches the daily level, my strategy is invalid. That means if I didn't get in, it's done. It's over. So, hey, yesterday y'all saw what happened. I set my limit order, price never tapped me in. It ended up going down, it hit the daily. I logged out. I'm done with that strategy. Like, ain't nothing to do. And I like that because it's clear for me. Like, it's clear. Just as Serena said, if this happens, I do this. That's pretty much all my strategies. I'm waiting for the first thing to happen, then the second thing, then going to chronological order of the steps. And then once that happens, I'm either entering or I'm not. Or I'm setting my limit order and I'm waiting for price to come get me. And if something happens after that invalidates my trade, then guess what? I cancel my orders. That's it. I'm done. And y'all saw that yesterday. I was done. There's nothing I can do. And I like that, because it makes me do a lot of things. It keeps me disciplined. It makes me not use emotions. Because think about it. If you're trading a strategy and you're following the steps, that's not emotions. That's not emotional. There's nothing emotional about that. You're saying this has to happen, that has to happen, and if these things happen, I enter. If they don't happen, I do not enter. There's nothing emotional about that. That's the other reason why I like the strategies that I trade, because it helps alleviate a lot of those things as well. I'm not chasing anything. I'm not rushing to get in. Absolutely. Soy Sizzle, thanks for stopping in. You may have been here. What's up, my brother? Yeah. Systems over thoughts. Absolutely. All day. And that's what I like. Like I tell you guys, I'm very detailed just within my life. So strategies for me are like, they perfect because they fit my personality. That's why I don't think I would be a good scalper. I guess if I did it enough, I would be, but my personality just does not speak to scalping, because it's in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And not that there's anything wrong with scalping. I'm just saying what speaks to my personality. My personality, I'm more of a systematic type guy. I'm more a creature of habit, and I understand that's who I am. You know what I mean? And because I understand that, I know that strategies work best for my personality, and it's helped me. That's how I got to where I am. You know what I mean? As far as within my trading career of, running the same strategies, just doing these strategies over and over and over again, and nothing really changes. The only thing that changes is the price action. All my rules, all my, my strategy steps, everything is still intact. Let's see here. I really like to learn your strategy, but there is no videos on it. I really need a one and done. Last night I was just playing around with paper accounts. Silver contracts were like pennies on TV. I needed like 300 contracts to get 100 risk. This morning, 300 contacts would have been like 10. Oh, got you. Would have been like 10 bands. That's what I thought. Right. Do you know what that was? What that was all about? So let me say this. You'll notice that you'll see different margins. The margin is not the same all the time on a lot of our tickers. Depending on what's going on, the brokers can change the margins at any moment. At any moment. Meaning like today, we know micro is 50 cents per tick, right? Tomorrow or later on in the day, that one micro, he said, I've been lurking. Today, that one micro that was 50 cents last night or yesterday, it could be $2 today. One micro, like literally go from 50 cents to $2. Like, and it just depends on what's going on with the market. And with the economy the way it is and everything going on, margins could change at any moment. So just keep that in mind. They can change at any moment. So maybe it could be something like that. I'm sure that's possibly what it was. Or I don't know, maybe you may have been trading micro silver and not mini silver. I don't know. I'm not saying you were. I'm just throwing different scenarios of possibly what it could have been. But I can tell you this, the margins do change. They never, I ain't gonna say they never stay the same. They're not the same all the time. They're not the same all the time. So just keep that in mind. So let's continue talking about this. So when we're talking about the best entries usually come after a move, not during it, we also have to understand the move that price is making. Is it making a move or is it a pullback? You know what I'm saying? Is it displacement? What's going on? We have to identify those things before we enter, before we enter our trade. So the main thing is to always remember what? Let the move happen first. Let your steps happen. Let the move happen, meaning price action, whatever that first move is for your strategy. I know on the HSS, I believe it has to reject off of the 100, I believe. Don't quote me, but I know it has to be that one step, right? So that's your first step. I'm just going to use HSS. So that's the first step. Once that first step's happening, now you can start paying attention to what's going on after that. If you get the rest of your moves, you get your 3 momentum candles, I believe flat bottom or flat top, whatever it is, you get your doji and then you enter. Boom, right? You wait for those steps. If you don't get those, if you get one of them, then you know what? You can't enter. If you get 2 of them, you can't enter. You have to have all of them. You have to have all of your steps for the HSS. Same thing with my strategy. I got to have my market structure shift, my fair value gap, and price has to come back and tap me in. Also, too, I got to make sure that what? I got to make sure that my stop loss is not too crazy. Because if my stop loss is too big, then I'm going to have to scale down from those 5 micros and go to 2 to keep my risk, intact, right? And exercise good risk management. But let me say this too, because this happened a couple of weeks ago. Serena and I were talking about it right here on the live. If my stop loss, regardless whether I size down my contracts or not, is still bigger than my take profit, that's not a trade that I probably want to get into, right? Think about it. I'm upside down. Even when I do size down, I'm upside down because think about it. If your stop loss is a certain amount of points and your take profit is small, no matter if you size down or not, you're still going to be upside down, even if you're trading 1 micro. Your risk is still going to be more than your reward. And in that case, you sit out. It ain't worth taking that trade. It could be the perfect setup. But if the risk and the reward don't make any sense, then it's not worth it. Because if the trade goes against you, that wasn't really a trade that you should have taken because the reward wasn't there. We always want to be at least what? We always want a 1 to 2, right? Risk to reward. So we want 1 risk and we want to double the reward of our risk, right? 1 to 2. 1 to 1 is cool. 1 to 2 is ideal. 1 to 1, we can live with 1 to 1, right? We can live with that. But 1 to 2 is the most ideal scenario for that situation. And like I said, if your take profit doesn't even give you that, I think what it was, that one trade, I believe Serena did a math on it. We're at like 1 to 0.4 or 1 to 0.57. Come on, man. I don't care. It could be the best setup in the world. I'm not taking that trade. I'm upside down. That don't make no sense. I'm not protecting capital. Think about it. I'm not exercising professionalism. I'm not treating trading as a business. That's gambling. Think about it. That's gambling. That's like, oh, I know my reward is half of my risk. Who would do that? That's like saying, I'm gonna give you $100. I'm gonna go on a $100 investment to only make $50. Who would do that? That makes no sense from an investment perspective, from any perspective. No sense at all. So those are the things that we always have to factor and engage in and make sure that everything is there, right? Everything is there. You know what I'm saying? Best entry comes after the move, not during it. Boom, we got that. We know that. The next thing is what? Figuring out our risk to reward, figuring out, if this is good price action, if it's just, is this volatility or is this continuation? Is it, is it a move? Is this price action with intention? Like all of those things matter. And I know it's a lot, but I like to do these just to keep us going. That's why I do it every day. Every live stream, there will be a question of the day and a tip of the day for that particular reason. Like this is how we stay locked in every day. Every day, just look at it like this. This is the best analogy I can give you guys, because this is how I look at it. Every day that we come on the live, we have our sword, right? And our sword is and just look at our sword as like our trading, right? Our sword is our trading. And we got this stone and we're just sharpening it every day. Every day. Tip of the day, question of the day, locking in on all these questions that we have, getting answers, understanding how market works, understanding price action, being mindful of news, making sure that our risk to reward is intact. Like all these things, all we're doing is just sharpening that sword every day. And that is the whole mindset of this. That's the whole concept of this, is to make sure that we're just every day we're beating this stuff into our brain, because repetition, everyone knows repetition is the best thing that we can have. That's why y'all know I'm traveling on Thursday. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it bothers me, and I know I have no control over it, but it does bother me at the fact that I won't be at a live stream on Thursday morning. To me, it friggin' sucks. Now, I understand all the other things outside of that. Like, yes, I booked the flight way before all this was going on, way before I started live streaming, yada, 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 yada. Okay, cool, whatever. But still, it doesn't take away from the fact of that it burns me up, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I always feel like every day is an important day for us to be locking in. Now, is it gonna hurt us? No, it's not gonna hurt us. It's one day, but still, I'm saying that to reiterate how important it is that every day we're fine-tuning and we're sharpening our sword every day. Every day. That's what this is about. And at some point, for some of us, it's going to stick sooner. For some of us, it may take a little bit longer. That's okay. But as long as we're here every day and we're sharpening our sword, guess what? At some point, that sword is going to be so freaking sharp that we're going to be chopping up everything. And that is the mindset. So thanks, brother. I can help at least one person a day. I'm doing my job. Thanks for the kind words. Absolutely. 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 Who said that? Who said it? Where we at? 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 Price consolidating right now. Yes, it is. Yeah, Soy Sizzle. I see you lurking. I tried one micro and the mini just to see, and it was the same on both. Sound like that could have been a glitch, because it never should be the same. We definitely know that, because remember, regardless what the margins are, the micros will always be 1/10 of the mini, whether the margins are normal margins or whether they're crazy inflated. So it could have been super choppy, waiting for a clean pullback to either side. Got you. Morbid drifter has to be above the EMA or below. Then right, exactly. See what I'm saying? See how you have to have those steps, and you can't move until those steps come. So I've told Trent before, but just want to say you're awesome, brother. Patience you guys have, people, is amazing. Don't ever lose that, man. You guys are great. Absolutely, bro. We're trying to. Yep. Soy Sizzle be giving up game. He ain't a gatekeeper. He gives game up. You want the doji to be the color of the direction you're trying, and like, got you. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, you guys? And I just use that as an example. The hybrid super scalping, like, you got to have those steps, right? If one of those steps are out of order, guess what? That trade entry is invalid, and you have to be able to identify that and just sit on your hands. Just be like, guess what? I didn't have the right momentum candles. I didn't have the proper doji or whatever it was. Like for me, I got market structure shift, but I didn't get a fair value gap. Or I put my limit order and price never came back to tap me in and it hit the daily level, so trade's invalid. Like you have to follow the steps. That's how you stay consistent. And that's also what? Discipline and all those other things that we talked about, right? And showing up on the charts to do the same thing every day, right? We want this repetitive nature to be like drinking water. Think about it. When we go to drink water, do we think when we drink water like, oh, let me grab the cup, let me put it to my mouth, let me start swallowing? And we don't do that. We grab the water and start drinking, right? That's how we want our trading to be. We want to be that fluid to where we know exactly what we're doing, how we're doing it, and we're not even questioning anything. We know if it ain't this, we ain't doing nothing. If we got this, okay, then we can possibly move on to the next step and possibly get a good entry. Just always keep that in mind. God, these Invisalign things, they got I got to keep swallowing. Any of you seen HSS setup yet? I haven't seen on. Okay. It will hurt me. Yep. Drifter, I'm patiently waiting. Markets are slow and choppy right now. I love that analogy trend. Absolutely, Sports Life. Sharpen that sword. Absolutely. TradingView said I can't trade MNQ with Tradeovate on its platform. Huh? Are you sure, Karate 357? Because that's what I'm doing, bro. I'm trading my Tradeovate accounts on TradingView. TradingView said I can't trade MNQ with Tradeovate on its platform. That is, we're gonna have to figure that out because that's not correct. I'm not saying you're not correct. I'm just saying that's not correct. You know what? Take a screenshot of what you're seeing, my brother, or send me or make a quick little video and DM it to me. And we're going to get to the bottom of that because that ain't correct. Something about that ain't right. Yeah, you know what? Good question, J Royal. Karai 357, you might be on the wrong contract. Just check that. Would you say, Sports Life, I'm in my bag again? Yeah, bro. You know what? I think it was the beginning of last week. Y'all remember when I told y'all I was tired and this and that? I think even Morbid Drifter or someone said that you look tired. And I was. And I realized those 2 days, I could tell my energy was different because I go back and I look at my streams and I'll be looking at stuff. I'll be trying to make sure that I'm showing up right for my people. You know what I'm saying? And not only just that, I'm showing up right for y'all, but I'm also making sure I'm representing the brand correctly, right? And I noticed that too. I even saw it in my face. But it is what it is. Like I was going through the stuff with my foot and all of that, and I think I wasn't getting no rest. I think that's what was going on. Oh, that's when I was having a little sinus stuff going on. That's what it was. And I didn't like my energy. My energy was poo, for real. If I could say it nice about myself, my energy was poo. I did not like it. And I'm like, you know what? I got to make sure my energy is good. But I also understood that it was attributed to what was going on. But I'm feeling, after all that was gone, like, I'm just want to be very energetic. I think that is I'm already that way anyway. I'm a very high energy type guy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I always want to make sure that I'm bringing value. Value is also bringing good energy. But yeah, so thank you. I appreciate that, Sports Life. How do you all set the border to black on TradingView? Not the chart, the top, up here. You know what? When you, I believe when you go to dark, I think it does that. I think it does the whole thing. And I apologize, man. You got to think, you guys, I've done this stuff like over 2 years ago, and I've never changed anything on my charts. Literally, I've never changed. This is the same way I've been rocking. This is the same way I've been rocking for the past 2 years. Like even yesterday when we were talking about the clock, how to change it from a 24-hour time to 12-hour time, I had to sit back and really think about it, and someone had to chime in and help. I literally have done this stuff over 2 years ago, and I don't change anything. I'm pretty like very repetitious, and I'm a creature of habit. Once I have everything set up, that's just how I like it, and I like to keep it that way, and I don't like to do too much moving around with all the different things going on. And to me, I think everyone should adapt that, only because with trading, with so much things going on, find a chart setting that you like, find how you like stuff, get it set up, and then just leave it there and just rock with that. It's just a good thing. I know you're a healthy guy, but I would say an energy drink. I'm my own personal energy drink. Press the theme and switch. Yeah. Press the theme and switch to dark. Absolutely. Yep. Because my theme is dark. That's exactly what it is. Yep. Good looking, Sigma. But yeah. So going back to just touch again on our tip of the day. Remember, patience improves entries, right? That's why we always want to. That's why the best entries come after the move, not during it, right? So that means we got to exercise patience. Boom. So exercising patience allows us to be able to catch that good move, wait for the move to come and get that good entry, right? Excuse me. And the next thing is what? Making sure we're going through the steps of our trades, period. And we don't want to move. We don't want to jump in no time before that. So what if we see candle spikes going and all that? Who cares about that? Don't allow the volatility and the candle spikes and all that to drum up your emotions, and then you're what? You're trying to enter a trade because you think you're gonna get something. You know what I mean? So I forgot to tell you, I put a video in the Edge Funder chat. Search how to leave a runoff. Oh, beautiful. I'm gonna go check that out. Beautiful. Appreciate you for that, my brother. Absolutely. That's dope. I'm gonna go check it out. That's dope. Appreciate you. For real, really do appreciate you. And I know everyone in the group would too, because there are a lot of people who had that question. I drink an energy drink or something with loads of caffeine, and you be calling 911. No kidding. Price is finally moving, it seems. Yeah, it's a little rangy, but yeah, I'm my own energy drink, bro. Literally, I'm my own energy drink. And hey, I ain't even started working out, y'all. I start back on Monday. I'm so excited to get back. I'm telling y'all, I'm so excited to get back. I feel like I haven't worked out in forever, man. I haven't been pushing my body the way I used to. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Y'all think I got energy now. Y'all gonna be like, man, what's wrong with dude? Dude must be drinking like 4 Red Bulls before he start the live stream. I'm telling you, I'm about to be back in. You think I'm in my bag now? But I'm about to be back in it. I'm so excited for next week, man. I can't wait. I get back home on Sunday from New Orleans. I get back in LA on Sunday. And Monday, get to bed at 8:30. I'm up at 3. You heard me. I'm up at 3. Get my workout in. By 4:30, I'm done. Go hit the shower, get dressed, and come and sit down and be ready for the live stream at 6:15. That's my schedule. I ain't playing. 3. I'm up at 3. I'm waking up the roosters. I'm serious. I ain't playing. And for a lot of people do know this, but the ones that don't know, I go to bed at 8:30. I go to bed at 8:30. Like when I say go to bed, like I'm in bed. Like I don't watch TV. If there's no sports or nothing on, I don't watch TV. That's trash to me. Like I got better things to go on. For the ones I'm talking about for me. I'm not saying for whatever anyone else like. I'm talking about for me, for a trend. Like I don't even watch no TV. Like it's toxic. Nothing on TV. For me, I take care of my business and all of that, take care of my personal stuff, do everything I need to do for the live stream, my trading. That's the only thing that really matters to me at this point. Everything else this really does not matter. In bed at 8:30, like I said, I'm gonna be up at 3, ready to get it. So the only way I can get up at 3, I gotta be in bed at 8:30. You know what I mean? So I'm so excited for that. So excited for that. I'm telling y'all think I'm super energetic now. Y'all gonna be like, man, this dude right here. But I can't wait, man. I'm so excited. Y'all just don't even understand. I'm like a kid that his parents said, we're gonna go to the toy store today. I'm like, can't sleep all night. We're waiting to get up in the morning so we can go to the toy store. Like that's the energy I'm on right now. Like I am so excited for next week. So excited. This man is a maniac. Soy Sizzle, I had a pre-workout, then hit the daily strat. Absolutely. I can't go to bed before 12. I heard that. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. But in order for that's been my regimen for a long time. I was actually in bed at 8:30 and I was getting up at 4. I got to get up at 3 now because I got this live stream, right? Because I got to need time to take my shower and do all of that. So, then after live stream over and I'm done trading, guess what? I'm gonna go walk I don't know how much I'll be walking now, but I used to get up, exercise, trade, be done by like 8:30, go walk, my 3.5 miles, come back, and then continue on in my day. That's what I used to do every day, Monday through Friday. Saturday, I would wake up, do yoga. Sunday, for those of y'all that's in the inner circle, you used to see I used to post my stairs. I used to run stairs on Sunday stairs. I can't wait to get back to that. I forgot how many stairs. It was like 165 stairs. Up and back is one. I used to run those, and I used to do like 8, 9, 10 of them on Sunday. That's what I would do. I'm telling y'all, I get it. And I encourage anyone else to get it. And I can't wait till I start doing that, because I'm going to start sharing that on the channel as well. You know what I mean? Like I'm big on that. But yeah, so we talked about tip of the day. We talked about question of the day. So just to run back through both of these, just remember, on question of the day, we talked about what? Make sure that price is moving with intention, and that we're not just reacting to volatility, right? With our tip of the day, we're talking about best entries usually come after the move. So that all that is just based on what? Patience, just being patient. So bam, we ran through that. And anybody got any questions for me? Anybody got any questions? And I'm gonna tell you something too. The reason why I like working out in the morning before, something that I can share with you guys, is that something that I noticed. I always used to work out in the morning, right? But I noticed that working out in the morning, when I started trading, before my trading, I noticed that I know it knocked the edge off. It was like I don't know, like it just gave me I don't know, it knocked the edge off, and it just allowed me to be, more relaxed. I was very, very relaxed, and that helped me a lot. Just being relaxed, being in a state where I just exerted energy, and now my body is like very, very relaxed, very calm. Any stress that I had going on with myself, I was able to work all of that out and be, super, super cool. You know what I'm saying, for my trading day. So it actually helped, and it enhanced. So anyone that's exercising before trading, just try it. I'm telling you, it helps. It helps. It helped me a lot. I can honestly say I definitely seen, not seen, but I felt some good things, like my emotions and stuff help keep my emotions intact. Also allowed me to show up on the charts refreshed, feeling good, not feeling anxious, all of those kinds of things. So that was the other reason why I like working out in the morning. Working out at AM is health for your brain. Absolutely. It's always good to get your body going first thing in the morning. And when I work out, I don't eat. Like I work out on an empty stomach. Y'all go do the research on that. It's something golden about that. I work out on an empty stomach. Yep. So that's pretty much how I'm getting it. So let's jump back to the charts, because ain't really nothing really going on. It's a trip. So take us a look, you guys. Where our open was, where was our open? Our open was here. This candle. Price made a little move, hit the daily. Had a pullback to this fair value gap, hit the daily one more time, kind of almost made like a double top. Now it's, kind of starting to move to the downside. So, I mean, 75, let's see here. I'm just looking at some over here on my other screen. Yeah, so I mean, prices, I got another time frame up over here. So just I like to compare both of these. I got my 1 minute up over here, but I got my 15-minute up over here. And I just be liking to compare them and just kind of see if I'm seeing anything. But for the most part, I mean, I can't really say price is ranging. It looks like price is possibly going to go and take some of this sell side liquidity that's down here, and kind of just see what it does. I'm done for the day. I got my little base hit, so I'm cool. No reason for me to get back into anything. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a demo trade over here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take a demo trade over here. Just let me lock it in. I'm gonna take a sell, a demo trade sell, just to see if price is truly gonna go back to Where are we at? Right here. Perfect. All right. So basically I took a break of, let me make sure I'm on my demo account. Yeah, I'm on my demo account. I don't want no mistakes. But yeah, so I got a little order set on a 15-minute. I took a break of, actually 5-minute. I took a break of this this midpoint right here. So I missed it, but I set my order. Like I said, it's a demo trade. I set my order like right at the break of this, like just to see. It's a demo trade. It's no harm, no foul. I ain't messing up with none of my accounts if it goes against me. My stop order probably would be right up here at the top of this candle right here if it taps me in. And it did. It just tapped me in. So let's see. By next week, I'll have, let me do my buy stop. By next week, I'll be able to have my other computer integrated in, and I can start showing you guys that. But yeah, honestly, other than that, nothing really going on. Looks like we may have some structure we're getting structure to the downside and just kind of just go from there and just see what price gives us. But I'm in a little demo trade. I like to play with that. It's kind of things I like to do. I'm not trading one of my particular strategies, but I'm just trading based on price structure is what I'm doing. So let's see here. Could you do a segment on order blocks? Your runner would have hit. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me go back so I missed that thing. That is what I did. I played racquetball every day. That was over 20 years ago. Racquetball is super good. Absolutely, boy. That running back and forth. Racquetball is great. That's great because that's full body workout. Using everything. That's what's up. Worked out in the AM. Yeah, helpful. Yep. How can I understand your strategy? Flora Aura, are you in the what group are you in, Flora Aura? Are you in the IC community, or are you in the TEF community, or both? What are you in? Let me know. Let's see here. Could you do I can do one on order blocks. That ain't no problem. Actually, let me write that down. You know what? My pad is over there. I got you. Let me just favorite this. Yeah, we'll do a segment on order blocks. I have no problem with that. That's cool. We can do that. That's actually be a good segment to do. I mean, it's good to know where these things are on the chart. It's good to know where order blocks are. So that we can definitely do that. That'll be a good one. Jerome in the house. I ain't see you, bro. You ain't come in with your Jerome in the house. You didn't come in, bro. What happened? But nah, Jerome, I got you, bro. Bottom. And I do morning exercise pretty much all my life on empty stomach too. The very minimum 7-minute workout, I would turn 44 in 3 weeks, but still no excuse for myself. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what's up, Bottom. That's dope. What do you think about Tom Horgard, best loser when adding to his position? I'm wrestling with that one. Definitely not now as a beginner. Check this out. Good question without prejudice. For those of you guys that have read the book, I got the books. If you don't, I have the books in my description. You can go to my, I don't know any of that. I just joined the Discord. Yeah. Okay. So you're in the TF Discord. Got you. I'm gonna come back to that, Flora Aura. Let's hold that thought. So going to this book that Without Prejudice is talking about, The Best Loser Wins. It's a book that I recommend everyone to get. If you just go into my description, just hit the link. Hit the link in there. It'll take you right to the book on Amazon. It's real cheap. I think it's like $20, a little bit less than $20. It's like 260 pages, I believe. It's a quick read. You can read it in 5 days, 4 or 5 days. If you do 40 pages a day, 30 pages a day, 20 pages a night, you can do it in You can do it in like 10 days. Nevertheless, in that book, Tom Horgard, he would add to his positions. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. That dude is a beast of a trader, and Without Prejudice can tell you that. And anyone else that has read the book can tell you that. I feel you without prejudice when you say that you're wrestling with that. I am kind of right there with you. I don't think I'm at the point in my career to be adding to my positions. I'm not there yet. That's going to take some time. I think maybe in another year, or maybe not even in another year. I'm thinking like in another couple years is where I may feel comfortable doing that. But right now, I mean, I don't consider myself a beginner. I consider myself in between a novice to intermediate trader. And I say I'm probably leaning more toward intermediate. And even with that stated, I am not comfortable with adding to my positions. It's just what it is. And that's just me being honest with y'all. Like, I'm not comfortable with that. Why? I don't think I have enough time in the game for that. I still think there's a lot more that I need to learn, and not really learn. You know what I need to learn? Experience. And it's something that you can't teach experience, right? So that's why I said that's down the road for me. I would love to do that. I would love to add to my positions, but I don't believe I'm experienced enough as a trader to do that yet. I just don't believe that I am. So I'm with you without prejudice when you say you're wrestling with that. I ain't even wrestling with it, bro. Like, I'm just leaving that one alone for the moment. But it is a big deal, because when you get to that point and you can add to your positions, whoo, you're making a lot of money. But we also have to remember too, the Tom Horgard guy, the author of The Best Loser Wins, that brother, man, that boy was serious about his trading. And I'm not saying that we're not serious. I mean, he's serious in the regard of like how he executes. And of course, that took time. He didn't just do that right off the jump. It took time. And that's what I need. I need more time. I need to feel comfortable knowing that, you know what? I'm going to start adding to my positions. And also too, I would probably possibly do that more in a live account. I'm not going to be doing that in no prop firm account. And that's going to take some time, because right now I'm building up a live account. You know, I want to have at least like 20 bands in my live account. And I'm still trading micros, y'all. Yeah, still trading micros, still going to be conservative, but I want to put like 20 bands, and then that's what I want. I want to flip that. And when I say flip it, like not just go in there and just trade crazy and don't follow no rules and be trading crazy amount of contracts. No, I'm saying I want to trade the way that I trade, using the same disciplines, the same strategies, and flip it to like 40 bands. You know what I mean? But I'm with you. Absolutely without prejudice. I do understand his way of thinking as well. Right. He's successful because he don't think like the 90% of traders. He thinks like the 10%. And that's where I think that's still going to take, for me, it's going to take more experience for me to get there. That's going to take some time. That's going to take some time. But one thing I can say, he's a beast. He's a beast. Like, dude was serious with his trading. Like, but guess what? That's why he's where he is, though. And it makes sense. But also, too, I do understand that that's going to take a lot of experience. We say, so my favorite part of the book is when he was trading and his wife was watching, and he kept saying, the market should be doing this. And she was like, well, the market is doing that right. But just think, when you trading like him, you making big money, but you're losing big money too. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. The man didn't trade every day. He traded when what? When he had those best opportune, those how would I say, the most opportune entries, the most opportune time. He didn't trade every day. You know what I mean? We have to give him credit for that. Like, but when he did trade, he went in. Like it was no holds barred with him. And you know, that's gonna come with time. That's his niche. Like the other guys who traded in South Africa will make money. Right. Exactly. All right, y'all. So London is closing in 5 minutes. Just wanted to put that out there. London is closing in 5 minutes. Yeah. So I'm up like 1955 on this little fun trade I'm doing over here. It's cool. Like I told you, I took the break of like this little neckline, this little, I don't know if what you want to call it. I took the break of this on the 5 minute. I took the break of this right here. A little something I learned from one of our coaches, but I'm taking it on demo. I'm not taking it on a live account. But yeah, double top and take the break of what you would call like the midpoint. I don't know what other term they use for that, but yeah. So, but yeah, this one's rocking pretty cool. It's rocking pretty cool. And you know what? It's gonna hit my take profit because I got it right. I got it like right above this previous swing low. I got it right, like it's like right here. Yep. So yeah, we'll see. We'll let that cook and we'll see. But yeah, so let me go back to floor aura because I want to make sure that I tap into that. Make me more comfortable with not marrying my bias, as you always say, right? Don't marry your bias. That part was very meaningful as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me go back to floor aura. Floor aura, DM me. Go into TF Discord. I'm in there somewhere. Just find me. Click on my name, and then when you click on my name, a box will open, and then just DM me. Let's start a DM, and then we can talk about what you stated, because I know you just joined. We can talk about that. We can get you fixed up, straight up. Let me see here. I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing anything. For those of y'all that didn't get the book, please get the book. I know some of you guys did get it. Please make sure you get the book. The book is amazing. It's going to help you with psychology. It's not a strategy trading book. Let me say that's the first thing he even says in the preface. That's what really made me respect the book for what it was. I'm like, this dude writes a book and immediately tells you, this ain't no strategy book. I'm not about to be sharing a whole bunch of strategies in here. This ain't what this book is about. When I got that, I'm like, I really respected that because I felt like he wasn't trying to, you're welcome, Flora. He wasn't trying to like sell his book based on no fallacies, right? He's selling his book based on real life trading situations, right? And that's what I respected about. When I read that, I'm like, okay. And then, just the topic, best loser wins, all of that stuff, all of that was just piquing my psyche. I'm like, man, this book it's gotta be something about this book. And then, of course I read a lot of the reviews and stuff on it too. And it was like, and then people telling me about the book. I mean, it's a fire book, man. I can't stress that more. Please, how do I get on a TF Discord? Soy Sizzle, would you drop the link for Evan Stone? Would you drop the link for them for TEF? They want to jump on. Should we subscribe and like on a daily basis when you come on? Please. I would love that. I would love that. You don't have to subscribe every day, but if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, that'll be great. And then you can of course, every day I would love to get those free likes. It'll be amazing. Shy 2022 Bay. Absolutely. That would be amazing. That's really all I ask. All I ask is give me the free likes, give me the free subscription. It doesn't cost you guys anything. Cool. Thanks, Soy Sizzle. Eben Stone, he's gonna drop it for you. He just grabbing it real quick, so you can jump in the TF Discord. But yeah, that's all I ask you guys is free like, free subscription, and I'll take care of the rest. That's it. All it does is help push the channel out. Hit the notification bell so this way you get the notifications. And just to let you guys know, because I always like to be super transparent with my people and let everyone know what's going on. I think in the next 2 weeks, I'm still thinking about it, but I'm letting y'all know, I'm putting this out there. I'm going to start live streaming in the overnight session as well. And that won't be long. It'll be maybe 30, 45 minutes. Trade a little Asia overnight session, do a little Asia strategy, something like that. And, just see what we can do overnight. That's what I'm really, really considering. That's what I'm thinking about. And I'm definitely going to put it in the works. I have 300 consecutive likes. You get a t-shirt. I like that, Soaking Insider. I like that. So if you're doing 5, absolutely. Absolutely, Stephen Brown. He already read between the lines. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm thinking like a couple, I'm still debating it and trying to figure out the time and all that, because I want to make sure it's conducive, because if I start it, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to start it and then stop it and all of that stuff. You're going to have me up all night making bread. Hey, bro, if we're going to be traders and we're going to get to the island, bro, we gotta lock in. A session will be great. Thanks. Absolutely. That's why I'm putting it out there to y'all, just trying to get some feedback from y'all. Tell me what y'all think. I thought it would be a great idea. But it's just me, right? I still have you guys that I have to think about as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can't just make decisions based off what I think. I can come up with a good idea, share it with you guys, and if you guys think it's a great idea, then we rock with it. You know what I'm saying? If it all makes sense. But like I said, I'm still thinking about it right now. I think it would be a good idea to, quick little 30-minute-er, little 45-minute-er, not really that long, 30-minute at the most, at the least, 45-minute at the most, and then boom. London session is too much into the night. Yeah, because London session is going to be way at like 11 o'clock. See, for me, because I'm on Pacific Standard Time, market opens for me at 3 o'clock. So I'm thinking about jumping on 3 o'clock, trading a particular strategy, and then that's it. It's just one strategy, and then we'll just let that rock and then let that be. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of doing that. And I think that'll be cool. And it's just, like I said, just one strategy that I'm going to trade, and that we all can trade together, and then just kind of just go from there. 5-0 feels like red or black at roulette to me. No offense, really, just not my thing. Yeah, but you know what? I think once you learn it, Soak It Insider, it'll be cool. And check this out. If you want to jump on, you could just demo trade it, bro. You could just jump on in your demo account and just trade it and just see how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a shot. You don't have to go live with it, but give it a shot on the demo and see, see how, how it feels, and then just go from there. If you still feel like, it ain't for you, then that's cool. You know what I mean? No harm, no foul. But I would say at least give it a shot. Like I said, jump on your demo account, give it a shot, and I think you'll like it. It's a cool little overnight Asia strategy. It's real cool. It's a strategy that doesn't involve any bias. You need no indicators. It's real simple. It's a very, very simple strategy. That's another reason why I was thinking about doing it, because of those reasons. Like I said, there's no bias. There's no anything. We just wait for a candle to happen. The candle happens. We enter, place our stop loss, and let the trade do what it do. It's really, really, truly that simple. So that's another reason why I was thinking about doing it, because it's actually one of the most simplest, the most simplistic strategies that is out there right now. And it's good. And you can get on there, take some base hits and be cool. Absolutely. What we got? Hey, at TradeGheenyuz, soy sauce, please clarify one thing for me. My country is not supported for rise according to the article in TF, but I have US LLC company. Can I use? I believe you can. Soy Sizzle would be better to answer that question. So he can definitely answer that question. Soy, if you don't mind answering Bodovan's question. As long as we can talk during, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, of course. We're gonna talk. That's why I said a good like 30, 45 minutes. So we ain't taking up too much time. We jumping on there real quick. Think about it. We're gonna have a morning session. So we're gonna have talked about a lot of stuff. It won't be no tip of the day, no question day, no nothing like that. It'll be real formal, kind of a little bit more laid back. We're just gonna jump on, talk about the strategy, and place a trade and see what it do. And just kind of just leave it at that. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think it'll be a good idea. Top businessman and money. DM me on Bodovan, DM him on Discord. Bodovan, DM at soy sauce smiley on Discord. There you go. Same username. Yep. Thanks, Soy Sizzle. Appreciate you. Yeah, so there it is. There it is on that. Cool. Cool. That's what's up. So you got that info. Let me see to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Everyone says a session would be good. Steven said, you gonna have me up all night. Yeah. All right, cool. Y'all got anything for me, y'all? Let me jump back on these charts because ain't really nothing popping. It didn't. Boom. So yeah. So ain't nothing, not nothing really too much. I mean, I don't know. I know someone you guys might be trading the HSS because I see the EMA is below. Y'all might be going for longs. I'm not sure, but nevertheless, yeah. All right. So price ain't really doing too much. I was thinking price was gonna make its way all the way back down here and try to pick up some of this liquidity because there's a lot of liquidity sitting down here. So we'll see. We'll see. NQ's gonna do what NQ wants to do, but just kind of just going off of characteristics and price structure. That's what I was kind of seeing. So yeah. Yep. Well, if y'all made money today, I'm at work right now and can't concentrate much. But if it's Asia session, great, because I would be back home Central Time. Perfect. Not good structure. Oh, got you. The market is crazy today. Hold. Yeah, absolutely. Holy cow. Yeah, it is. It's a little something, but whatever. Nevertheless, man, today is the 31st. I want to put this out there. Today is the 31st. Today is the last day to get the hedge fund contracts with the no max loss limit and the no daily loss limit. Today is the last day. So with that stated, if you don't purchase the account today, any accounts purchased after today, of course, the codes and all that will still work, but you will miss out on getting the no max loss limit and the no daily loss limit features that'll be integrated into your trade. The accounts are going to go back to what they, basically the initial rules, everything minus the no max loss and no daily loss limit. So if you're going to get hedge fund accounts, honestly, today is the best day from a trading perspective. To have an account that the account doesn't blow until it gets to zero is amazing. That is something that you can't. No other prop firm is doing that. Meaning, on most accounts, they all have a max loss limit. They're either going to be $1,500 for a 25K, $3,000 for a 50K, $6,000 for a 100K, and not 6,000. Yeah, 6 for 6. No, excuse me. It's going to be. Let me check. 100K is. I think 100K is going to be, and Soy can correct me if I'm wrong. I know on the 150K it's like 4,500, but my point is that all of that will be gone. If you purchase accounts today, you have a no max loss limit, meaning the account has to get to zero before it blows. So what does that do? So if you ask me, well, Trent, what's so great about that? Well, what's so great about that is you still have the account. The account, the account is still good. The account is still great, meaning like you can still bring the account back. Let's say if you have a 25K and you're down in drawdown, that account is down to 10 bands, you still have action. You still have time where you can get that account back over 25K and get to a possible payout. There we go, Serena. See, Serena got my back. There we go. Not that I'm not saying you don't, so I know you do too, but I know Serena's going to jump in there real quick. And Sawyer is probably answering questions in the other Discord, so I know he's jumping back and forth. So I appreciate him because I know he's answering questions over there. He's in the live stream. He all over the place right now, so I appreciate that. But yeah, so that 3K max loss for the 100K for 4,500 for the 150K is that's not even there when you buy when you get your accounts. Today is the last day. So and that's any accounts that was purchased between March 17th to March 31st, which is today the last day. And that'll be midnight tonight. I don't know if it's midnight Central Time, Eastern Time. I'm not sure, but just err on the side of caution. Don't wait for the last minute. grab the account. If you do decide to grab it, you can use my referral code here, the QR code here. That's like a referral link, or you can use my code that's down in my scroll bar, and it's case sensitive. Trend TEF, just the way it is. Yeah, I already know you back and forth, bro. That's what I was saying. I know you back and forth. I think that was it. It changed the contract that listed in the chart, and I think that fixed it. Thank you both. Absolutely. On top of getting the kids. On top of getting ready kids for school. Look at that. Mr. Mom and moderator all over the place. Nah, you're not late, sis. What? Girl? You ain't late. You's cool. Sis, as long as I got your presence, I'm happy. I'm seriously, I'm happy. I'm not tripping. I'm not even tripping at all. You already know. You already know how me and you rock. You can't do nothing wrong. What? We ain't worrying about that. I'm glad you're here though. You ain't late. You here. We still in here. Your presence has been made. But yeah, so don't forget, you guys, the last day of getting those accounts. After today, no max loss, no daily loss limit is gone. So I would definitely say if you're gonna grab them, this would be the best time, because after the day, that's gonna be all gone. Other than that, anybody, if y'all don't have nothing for me, what we got? Morbid Drifter, I took one that was considered risky, held for 1-to-1 with the runner, almost stopped me out, but it hit and runner broke even, definitely wasn't clean. So Without Prejudice he did get an HSS. God, thanks for sharing that too, bro. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. But yeah, Trent is almost ready to trade crypto. Hey, she'll tell you, like, I've supported her boot camps. She, I would say, she put like this. She gave me all the tools that I need. I can honestly say that. I have been demo trading them on my BingX account. And just trying to, just still getting acclimated to it. I mean, being that I'm doing a live stream, of course, it takes some of my time. Not that that's a bad thing, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get back onto my crypto, because I was on my crypto and I was doing pretty good. But I don't know what happened, and my time changed. I forgot what happened. I kind of fell off my crypto for a minute, but I'm definitely back on it. I just been demo trading. I'm ready. I got some money already sitting in the account. You know what I'm saying? I put a little money in my BitUnix and I put a little bit of money in my BingX, but I haven't done anything yet. I'm just taking my time. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm ready to jump in, I'm gonna jump in. Absolutely, you're welcome, Bodovan. No problem, brother. Thanks. I appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, I think that's it for the day, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Crypto open 24/7, no excuses. See? Absolutely. Absolutely. See, I mean, I can't argue that. That is very, very true. Unfortunately, I ain't open 24/7, sis. I ain't open 24/7, sis. But you're right. I can jump on at any time. I told myself that when I do get back into my crypto, I'm gonna start like just jumping on it on the weekend, because I know on the weekends, you be giving out plays and stuff like that. I think that'll be the best place for me to start, and even anything going on after the stream. So yeah, Canary don't sleep. That's all the wife is doing now is crypto. She'll get on futures again later. Futures is going to be me. Hey, that's cool. One doing futures, the other one doing crypto. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's fire. That's dope. So with that stated, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're going to get out of here, man. Y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. If you made money, hopefully you have closed, you have logged off your accounts, you got your charts up, and you know what I'm saying? You just watching the charts now, and you got your base hit. And remember, we're not going into the market. We're not giving any bread back. So just keep that in mind. Y'all have a great remainder of y'all day. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Edge Fund co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God, my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Appreciate you, Soy Sizzle, for jumping in today. Jay Royal, thank you, sis, for jumping in and blessing everyone with your crypto presence. We love it. And yeah, man, y'all have a great remainder of the day, and I will definitely see y'all first thing tomorrow. All right, man, y'all be good. Peace out. Yee.